every day.
And once you returned and had hidden pieces, lumps of sugar.
Tried to get hold of food.
And the guard, the sentry, discovered these lumps of sugar.
Not every day we were permitted to go out to work. There were days we were permitted not. We were driven up to the grave, this shallow dugout.
And these garments were torn off his body, weren't they?
When it came our turn, our father was beaten. We prayed, we begged with my father to undress, but he would not undress. He wanted to keep his underclothes. He did not want to stand naked.
And then they tore
off the clothing of the old man, and he was shot. I saw it with my own eyes. And then they took my mother, and she said, "Let us go before her." They caught mother and shot her too. And then there was my grandmother, my father's mother, standing there. She was 80 years old, and she had 2 children in her arms. And then there was my father's sister. She had children in her arms, and she was shot on the spot with the children, with the babies in her arms.
And finally, it was your turn.
My turn came. There was my younger sister, and she wanted to live. She prayed with a German. She asked to run naked. She went up to the German with one of her friends. They were embracing each other, and she asked to be spared. Standing there naked, he looked into her eyes and shot the 2 of them. They fell together in their embrace, the 2 young girls, my sister and her young friend. Then my second sister was shot, and then my turn did come.
Were you asked anything?
We turned towards the graves, and then he turned round and asked, "Whom shall I shoot first?" We were already facing the graves. The German asked, "Who do you want me to shoot first?" I did not answer. I felt him take the child from my arms. The child cried out and was shot immediately. And then he aimed at me. First, he held on to my hair and turned my head around. I stayed standing. I heard a shot, but I continued to stand, and then he turned my head again, and he aimed the revolver at me and ordered me to watch. Again turned my head around and shot at me. Then I fell. I thought I was dead, but this was the feeling which comes after death. And then I felt that I was choking, people falling over me. I tried to move and felt that I was alive and that I could rise. I was strangling. I heard the shots, and I was praying for another bullet to put an end to my suffering. But I continued to move about. I felt that I was choking, strangling, but I tried to save myself, to find some air to breathe. And then I felt that I was climbing towards the top of the grave, above the bodies. I rose, and I felt bodies pulling at me with their hands, biting at my legs, pulling me down, down. And yet, with my last strength, I came up on top of the grave. And when I did not know the place. So many bodies were lying all over, dead people. I wanted to see the end of the stretch of dead bodies, but I could not. It was impossible. They were lying. They were all dying, suffering, not all of them dead, in their last sufferings, naked, shot, but not dead, children crying, "Mummy, Father, Mother." I could not stand on my feet.
And you were undressed and covered with blood?
I was naked, covered with blood, dirty from the other bodies, from the excrement from other bodies, which was poured onto
What did
me.
you have in your head?
And when I was shot, I was wounded in the head.
Right
There
here
is
in
a
the back of your
scar
head?
up today from this shot by the Germans. And yet, somehow, I did come out of the grave. This was something I thought I shall never live to recount. I was searching amongst the dead for my little girl, and I cried for her. Merkele was her name, Merkele. There were children crying, "Mother, Father," but they were all smeared with blood, and one could not recognize the children. I cried for my daughter.